G'day fiends, Andy here for GSR. Mizuno have some new drivers out. They're called the STX and the STZ230. They're very sexy, but before we get into all the detail, the benefits and the features, let's find out what Mizuno are actually saying about them.
The big song and dance with this driver is all about that blue space right below the face. That is the Cortec chamber. Think of that as just a space, and that's been injected with this stuff called elastomeric TPU, which is like a rubbery kind of, some people have called it goo texture, and within that is a 5-gram stainless steel weight. Now, Mizuno claims that this chamber has big impacts on ball speed, dispersion, all the good things that you want from a driver. But, okay, how?
Think of it like a trampoline effect. Imagine you're bouncing on a trampoline. That elastomeric is like that behind the face. It's going to cushion you and help catch the ball. But imagine you're bouncing on a trampoline, but as you get to the bottom of the bounce, there's like a bit of concrete there that's going to kick you straight in the feet. That's kind of what's going on here. So the face absorbs the ball, kind of gives it that trampoline, pulls it to the center, and then it gives it a kick in the bum with the 5-gram stainless steel weight. Does that make sense? I'm hoping it does, because I literally been thinking about how to say that for hours. So here we go, we're gonna get warmed up here. Today, we're going gloveless, cue some sexy music as I stretch. Oh yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Should really have an OnlyFans, shouldn't we, Jerry? We're gonna start with the STZ, which is just the neutral low spinning driver, and we'll go to the draw bias one in a moment. Ooh, it's not bad for a first nugget. Okay. Ooh, I'm liking that so far. Oh, that's hammered. Still warming up. That club head speed's a touch low. We'll get moving. Oh, that was handsy, but still in play. Oh, that was pounded. Oh, yeah. And we are using the Mizuno RB Tour ball, which is kind of like the Mizuno equivalent of the Pro V1. Oh, it's left and in trouble. I think that's my best swing. Left edge of the fairway in most places. Oh yeah. Okay, let's have a look-see look. I tend to like to delete anything that was extreme, so I think that one that was like kind of out of bounds left, I might actually just delete that because that's just a bad swing. You can't do much about that. So if we look at these numbers here, launch angle 12.5, so I like the launch angle to be sort of 11, 12, 13. Anywhere in there, I'm pretty much happy. The spin, as long as I'm not over 2,500, I'm looking pretty good. When I'm swinging it really good, I don't tend to get it over 30 meters in the air, so that's launching quite high for me, but I was feeling a bit armsy. It felt like the lower body was kind of quiet. I know that sounds like a load of nonsense, but that's totally how I feel. Don't know why that is, but it just feels a bit
And that's reflected a little bit in the club head speed there, but the ball speed of 164, that's not too bad. We'll take it considering we've got some cold swings in there. But the key number to look at is efficiency. That's called smash factor in some circles. That is effectively a rating on how well you're turning your club head speed into the desired result of ball speed. And any efficiency or smash factor rating over 1.4 with a driver means that you're doing a pretty good job and you are delivering your energy into the ball efficiently.
That's definitely performing on par with any of the other good drivers that I've used before. Is it better? It doesn't feel better to me, but it does feel as though it's as good as other premium offerings from the top brands. Now it's time to go with the draw bias driver. Bear with me, we're just going to change the heads. Talk amongst yourselves, it's taking me a little while to try and work this bad boy out. There we go. All right, we're on. This is the driver I just hit. It's got the weight right in the center of the club at the back here. Now, a draw bias one, the STX, looks very similar. However, this weight has gone from here down into the heel just a touch. So it's very minor. In a lot of draw bias clubs, they've got the weight way down here. This one's very subtle. It's just into the heel. So let's see if it actually has an impact on the shape. There we go. That's nice, Jerry. Yeah, okay. Look at the spectators, completely uninspired.
Great, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's pounded. I think we're dialed in a bit more now. Nice. Okay, let's have a little look at this data. So the first one I hit was the Z, and then the draw bias is the X. The ball speed is a little up on the Z, not that surprising. The launch is a little higher on the Z, but I was swinging a little cold and a bit armsy, so that's not that surprising to me either. There is a bit of difference in spin, but once again, some cold swings. My lower body's a bit quiet, spins up a little more, so I can't really read too much into that. Maybe the ball speed story something, but really there's not much meaningful difference there. And then if you look at the distance, interestingly, the X has actually gone a little bit further in that data set, but that isn't that surprising. It's draw bias. Draws tend to go a little lower, a little less spin, and in turn, just a little bit further. So what's the overall theme of that? Well, from the start, Mizuno branded this draw bias as being subtle, and I think if we're going to talk about differences, the word I'd use to describe those differences is subtle, which is quite nice. And it's kind of not surprising that the soft draw bias actually has some tour representation. If you were to take all the logos off it and just present it as a blank piece of driver, I would say, gee, what is that? That feels just as good as anything else I've used before. So I think that's a testament to this driver and well worth trying out at the very least.